Time management is a scam. It does not work and is useless. I make to-do lists, schedule up my time, I make study routines and still get nothing done. Then I get anxiety about planning something and not having got it done, which makes me plan my time worse in the future. And then I still achieve nothing, and now I have an added anxiety about achieving nothing. So it's all a scam. No matter what approach you use, it's not gonna work because there's not enough time. I don't have enough time. So I know many of you felt like my cousin Brian, where like no matter what you do, you can't get a grasp of your time. You may be a student who's juggling part-time work, extracurriculars, or you may be a student athlete. And this video is going to highlight these strategies and approaches I've used over the past 3 years that have assisted me, and hopefully it can assist you. So stay tuned to the end of this video because that's where the richest and the most powerful advice I've ever gotten on the topic is. So I hope you enjoy and this is of some benefit to you. So I quickly realized on this journey of better managing my time that I had 3 core limiting beliefs, right? And these were things that I told myself that I thought were true, but in reality they were just lies that I told myself so that I could have an excuse or make myself feel comfortable. And what was limiting belief number 1? Limiting belief number 1 was telling myself all the time, I don't have enough time. Whenever I didn't do something I should have, I didn't have enough time, I have other responsibilities. But the truth of the matter is, for me, and for you as well, you do have enough time. Because for example, if you spend half hour a day on an activity, over a month, that extrapolates to about 15 hours. If you do half hour in the morning, half hour in the evening, over the time month, that's 30 hours. So instead of probably, watching YouTube, watching Netflix, taking these small increments of time over an extended period, it does add up. So in reality, doing our course or studying or revising for that upcoming test, you actually do have enough time. And you're just telling yourself you don't, which just translates to you don't want to make the effort. So that's limiting lie number 1. The second core limiting belief I had was that there's only one secret strategy that all successful people use to manage their time. And this was a worthwhile pursuit because, spoiler alert, there is none, right? So, the same way like the saying goes, there's many ways to skin a cat. There are many ways to approach this too. And you just have to find what works for you the same way what works for me. Because for me, like a checklist and a to-do list works on some level. For some persons, it does not. You know what I mean? Putting things in the calendar works for some people. For others, it doesn't. And that's the reality. We all have different circumstances. So given what your set of circumstances are, what cards you've been dealt, you have to find a strategy that best works for that. Final core limiting belief that I had, and you may have as well, is that I can get everything done. I still am trying to work on this. I am very obsessive about hitting goals and being purpose driven, but it has a downside because you may say, Jared, this is not a limiting belief. This is you telling yourself you have the potential to do so much more. But what happens is when you try to do too much or you bite off more than you can chew, you choke. And similarly, instead of continually progressing and getting better, this becomes a roadblock because you get depressed, you get upset, you get fed up because you're not getting all these things that you deem to get done, when it truly is just you should probably just take a little less off your plate and manage a little less at a time. So don't ever think you can get everything done. We're not superhuman. Don't have a hero complex. I still kind of working on it myself. But manage your expectations is a way better approach than saying I can get everything done. So as you can see, we are in a different setting. I did not manage my time properly. This video was to be shot all in one sitting. But things come up as they do, and it's a whole different day, a whole different time. But anyhow, so disregarding that, what I want to do is highlight in this portion of the video the strategies that I have used and leveraged to better manage my time. Maybe you could use one of these yourself, or this could motivate you to do research on something that best fits for you as a person, your schedule, and your circumstances. So these 3 strategies would be, no doubt, Parkinson's Law, the Daily Highlight, and Mindset, right? So what we're going to do is quickly get into Parkinson's Law and how I use that, all right? So for those of you who are unaware of what Parkinson's Law is,
We're going to use the old, trusty, and reliable Google. So let's see. Parkinson. There we go. Can still spell. So, Parkinson's Law. And as it says here, Parkinson's Law is the old adage that work expands to fill the time allotted for its completion. And an example of such is that if someone is given a week to complete a task that should really only take them a day to finish, they will often end up unnecessarily stretching out the task so that it will take them the whole week to complete it. So simply put, even if you have a task that should take a day and you give yourself a week, somehow, some way, you will find the time or you will make it stretch out to consume that entire week. So the time we allot to get tasks done is usually the time we take to get tasks done, even if we can do it in a less amount of time. How was I able to use Parkinson's Law to my advantage? Well, I just made artificial deadlines for myself. So even though I may have had a deadline of, let's say, like 2 weeks or so, instead I gave myself 1 week to see if I had the potential to complete the assignment early. A majority of the time I did. So it would tell you, maybe see if you can set arbitrary deadlines for yourself as well, and you'll be more effective and you have more time to do other things, maybe even more assignments or recreation or extracurriculars, as we said before, or if you're a student athlete, these are things that can assist. If you're kind of ahead of the curve, you're not always rushing down at the end, and you're actually probably capable of doing whatever the task is in a shorter amount of time. So that's what worked for me. Try out for you. I'd love to hear inside the comments if Parkinson's Law is effective for you. Strategy we want to talk about with regards to time management is a daily highlight. And funny enough, I didn't know I was using this strategy until recently. I watched a video by Ali Abdaal. He's like a time management and productivity expert for students as well. I could probably link the video that I was watching. I could just probably show an image right here. And what was so powerful was that he said that a daily highlight is essentially a goal, one goal that you have to hit for the day. So for example, for me today, my daily highlight could be recording this YouTube video. And the beautiful thing is that if you hit your daily highlight, like let's say earlier in the day, that could motivate you to be more productive throughout the rest of the day. And on the flip side now, if you're having a terrible, god-awful day, and you still hit your daily highlight, it's like, whoa, I had a trash day, but I still got my daily highlight done. I still got that goal I wanted to get done, which is so refreshing and satisfying. And the point that he made was so eye-opening to me was, if you hit your daily highlight every single day for a year, what position could you be in? How much progress could you make? You'd be an entirely different person. So having a daily highlight, at least it's one thing that you have to do today. It's easy, it's simple, easy for your mind to grasp. It's just one thing, and it makes such a big difference. Number 3, the mindset, right? So my mindset in approaching things at this point in my time management journey was to anticipate challenges and obstacles I would have, and then have an immediate response that would allow me to push through those challenges. So let's take studying for example. I know if I'm studying, I'm likely to get distracted by my phone. So what I would do, the immediate response is, whenever I'm studying, my phone should be on airplane mode. Let's go on with the example. Maybe I'm studying and my family may interrupt me. So the precaution or the immediate response would be, yo fam, I studying, give me an hour or two so that I can study and be effective. And probably thirdly, it would be, I know studying is a difficult activity. I will want to give it at some point in time. What will I do to make sure I push through that difficulty? Well, remind yourself of what your goals are. For me, it was hopefully trying to get a job that would make me financially independent, you know what I mean? Or trying to improve myself in some way, be the sort of person that does difficult things, write that out on a piece of paper, and it allowed me that, okay, this is difficult, read the paper, and I continued. So maybe try this. Again, it is not guaranteed it can work for you. It worked for me. I'm doing this hopefully for your value. So if you do try it out, again, let me know in the comments, because I would love to get you guys' feedback on if these things can actually assist you as well. So what has been the most effective, no doubt the most powerful and the richest advice I've gotten on the topic of time management? Well, is this. Most of us overestimate what we can do in a day and underestimate what we can do in a year. And if you want to be really awesome, kind of like think about it in a 5-year or a 10-year time frame. You're going to be awesome. And I say this because in doing anything new, new goals or new objectives we're trying to strive for. In the beginning, we suck, right? It's only with volume and time and reps we get better at anything. That's what we felt so many times trying to ride a bicycle, and got so many bumps and scrapes because we sucked, but eventually we got good. So my advice to you would be this: consume this free resource if you're a student, the power of self-education. This is going to save you a hell of time, skip through all the headache, and also watch this video here for more awesome insights into how you can better use your time when studying or learning anything new. Outside of that, have an awesome day.